counterpart for the Mooney Cardinals. Coach Bob Stoops with a record of 16-5 and Bob's first Steel Valley title with the Cardinals. The quarterback of their offensive unit, Bob Stoops, 6'1", he's a senior. Bobby, an outstanding jump shooter and also a good floor general. The other guard for Wilson will be Tony Sandy. Tony had 8 points in the first quarter over Boardman to help see that early surge. Tony's 6 foot tall, and he's a senior. The other guard for the Mooney Cardinals, Greg Finnerty. Greg is 6'1", junior, a real good streak shooter. When Greg is on, he really aids that Mooney offense. In the forecourt, at the center position for the Cardinals, Ken Lisco, 6'3" tall, a senior, has had an outstanding tournament play at 23 in the win over Harding. For the Wilson Redmen, Jimmy Stickle. Jimmy didn't score too many points against Boardman, but had a good game on the ground. Jim is 6'4" and a senior. The other forwards. Struthers Field House, and it's nice to hear the national anthem sung that heartily by the faithful here tonight at Struthers. Once again, our starting lineup: Tony Sandy, Nick Matosco, Dave Sandy, Jim Stickle, and Lynn Murray for the Wilson Redmen. Bob Stoops, Greg Finnerty, Frank Ritter, and Kenny Liska for the Mooney Cardinals. Our officials tonight: Marty Jackson and Harold Evans. Marty and Harold both from the field area, Mr. Jackson from Westfield, and Harold Evans from the Native Interior. Cardinal Mooney will be going from right to left. Wilson Wilson from left to right to face the radio here in the first half of action. Jimmy Stickle and Kenny Liska to jump it up at center floor. Marty Johnson will put the ball in play. It's controlled by Mooney. Bobby Stoops on the right side to Ritter. Stoops will fire from the top of the circle. No, off the back of the iron. Rebound. Lisco loose in the lane. Under pressure. He gets it out to Ritter. Ball loose. And it'll go out of bounds off of Tony Sandy trying to save it before it went out of bounds. No. They called it. It went off of Bobby Stoops before it went out of bounds. So the ball belongs to Woodrow Wilson. All right. Howard Eckert is pointing the wrong way. Left wing, Stickle. Can't shoot. Back up to Nick Matosco. Nicky holds Mooney in a 2-1-2 zone. Right sideline, Tony Sandy. Back up top to Matosco. They swing left side to Stickle. Back to Matosco as they work it around the perimeter. Mooney against that zone. Stickle, long jumper from the wing. Too long. Rebound goes off of Vince Polini out of bounds. It belongs to Woodrow Wilson. Just underway here at Struthers. 7:26 to go in the first period. We are scoreless. Tony Sandy gets it into Jim Stickle's sideline. Left back up top to Matosco. Nicky with a high dribble, now he holds. Back on the left sideline to Stickle. They swing quickly right side, Tony Sandy in the right corner to Dave Sandy. Back up top the circle, they quickly go left side to Stickle. Back up to Matosco. Mooney with that good 2-1-2 zone. Forcing Wilson away from the basket. Matosco's pass stolen away. Off of Stoops to Polini. Spins to the circle, now he holds. Needs help, gets it out to Bob Stoops. Bobby, long bomb, good. Stoops with the first basket of the ball game. Mooney leads 2-0, and they've got full court pressure. Stickle needs help. Gives it back to Nick Matosco, and Nick will work it up one-on-one against Bobby Stoops. Over the timeline. Bangs into Stoops. Ball comes free to Finnerty. Finnerty to Polini. Polini down the floor, drives and scores. And Dick Franco immediately wants time. He has called time, and nobody's seen it. So apparently he's decided to back off. 40-0 Mooney. Pass into the forecourt to Stickle. Stickle underneath to Murray. Murray turnaround 5-footer good. Lynn Murray with his first two. 4-2 Cardinal Mooney. Wilson coming back after some early difficulty. 6:15 to go in the opening period. Stoops left sideline to Greg Finnerty. Back up to Stoops. Swing right side to Lisco. Back to Finnerty on the wing left side. 20-footer. Good. Greg Finnerty with his first two, and it is 6-2. Cardinal Mooney over Wilson. Jim Stickle in the backcourt, working with the left-hand dribble against Vince Brady. Spin still in the backcourt. Gets it to Matasco over the timeline. Kick down the left sideline. Now backs off. Falls out of play. Falls to Tony Sandy. Now into the left corner to Dave Sandy. Trying to go low. Ritter steals the pass. Up ahead to Stoops. One-on-one. Stoops drives. Missed the layup. Rebound. Lynn Murray runs it down in the corner. Now he'll slow it up and drop it back to Nick Matasco. Dick looks back to the Wilson bench for some advice from Dick Franco. Left sideline, Sandy on the wing. Long jumper, too long. Rebound, Lisco for Mooney. Quickly out to Stoops. Stoops down the floor to Pelini. 12-footer on the wing, no. Rebound, volleyball taken by Lisco. Back up on the baseline, short. Rebound, Lisco again. In the lane, blocked by Tony Sandy. Comes out to Stoops. Stoops in the lane to Lisco. Puts it up, no. Rebound, Dave Sandy for Wilson. Mooney had a lot of chances, but couldn't convert. And Dave Sandy comes up with a rebound for the Redmen. Matasco with a high dribble to the circle. Left wing, Sandy. Back up now, they go right side, Jimmy Stickle. Stickle back up top to Matasco. Diggy with a left-hand dribble. Needs help, goes sideline left to Tony Sandy. Back up top to Matasco. 4:45 to go in the period. This half being brought to you by Home Savings and Loan. Matasco bounce to Sandy. Fakes the shot, back up to Matasco. They can't get inside the zone. They are having trouble working on the lane and the baseline. Sandy again, long bomb from the sidelines, up the front of the rim, no. Pelini, the rebound for Mooney. The Stoops down the floor, stolen on the pass. Tony Sandy stepped in front of Greg Finnerty to steal the ball. Dick Franco gets up and tells them to close down their offensive perimeter. They're too far away from the basket. Matasco to Stickle, left of the circle, 15-footer, good. Jimmy Stickle makes it 6-4. Wilson set the lead to 2. Bobby Stoops quickly into the forecourt. Right wing Lisco, long bomb, air ball. Rebound, Dave Sandy. Wilson with a chance to tie the ball game. Top of the circle, Matasco. On the wing, Sandy up over Lisco, up the glass is good. Dave Sandy ties the game at 6. What a first period. This is going to be some kind of ball game. Left sideline, Finnerty, ball comes loose, Frank gets up with it. He is in deep trouble, gets it out to Bob Stoops. Stoops between the circles, in the lane, Ritter out to Lisco, right wing, good. Vinny Lisco with his first two, 8-6, Mooney. Matasco quickly into the forecourt sideline, left working against Stoops, down the lane, all the way to the hoop, feeds off, Murray up, no. Murray again, nobody was fouled by Mike Ritter. Mike Ritter picks up his first foul. Lynn Murray got a nice pass from Nick Matasco, couldn't convert, got his own rebound, didn't get it in on the rebound, but was fouled by Ritter. A lot of penetration, Jack, as you mentioned. You talked about closing off the outside weave. Wilson was not getting inside traffic. They're trying to look for the open man, and they're sending diagonal cuts towards the baseline. And Lynn Murray twice been open, but both times he's not come up with a hoop. Fortunately, this time for Wilson, he's got a chance for free throws. Lynn missed the first foul shot as it banged around the rim and fell off. They're trying to split the pair. Long look, puts it up for the front of the rim. The glass is good. Lynn Murray with 3. It is 8-7. Mooney up on top by a point. Out front, Stoops working against Tony Sandy. Needs some help. Right wing to Lisco. Ball banked free by Sandy. Cross-court pass stolen by Dave Sandy. Not a real good pass by Kenny Lisco trying to find Greg Finnerty. Turnover number 3 on the Cardinals. Matasco. Long lob too high for Tony Sandy. Under good defensive pressure by Bobby Stoops. Nick Matasco threw it over Tony Sandy, heading out of bounds. Mike Scavina going to come into the ball game at the next opportunity for Cardinal Mooney. Right wing Lisco. The Stoops who lost the handle on the ball gets it back. Underneath Pelini, reverse layup where he is hammered. And the foul is on who? I believe Lynn Murray. Let's wait for the call from Marty Johnson. It is Lynn Murray with a foul, his first. And Vince Pelini, who works the baseline and the lane as well as anybody, will go to the line to shoot 2. He hurt his left knee a little bit in the game against Warren Harding, and he's wearing a brace on that left knee. He has 2 points in the ball game. First foul shot is good. The senior who is going to play football next year for Southern Illinois, now taking a look at the second foul shot, also good. Mooney with 4. Mooney out to the biggest lead of the game. No, they had a 4-point lead. They lead by 3 here, 10-7. Their biggest lead was 6-2. Sandy gets it over the timeline, top of the circle to Dave Sandy, down the lane, puts it up off the glass, and good. Dave Sandy with a nice drive down the left of the lane. Pass into Mike Scavina. Stoops, right wing, long jumper, perfect. Bobby Stoops from about 22 feet. Makes it 12-9. Mooney, 2:20 to go in this period. Home savings alone with 10 convenient office locations in the Youngstown area is bringing you this half of the Class AAA District Championship. Matrosco calls the play to Lynn Murray in the left corner. Lynn back up top to Stickle to Tony Sandy. Tony calls out the play. Left sideline, Stickle working against Bellini. Spins into Vince. Vince cuts him off out to Matrosco. Nicky with a couple dribbles back to Stickle in the corner. Up top of the circle, Tony Sandy working against Greg Finnerty. Sandy had 8 points against Boardman, but Finnerty's keeping him away from the ball in the hoop. Now Sandy to the left of the circle. Fakes once, goes into the lane, and we got a whistle and a foul on Greg Finnerty for the grab. Greg Finnerty picked up his first and the team's second. It'll be an inbound play on the sideline as Mike Scavina sits back down and Bill Ritter comes back into the ball game for Cardinal Mooney. Right corner, Sandy. Doesn't shoot. Back up top to Nick Matrosco. Left wing, Jimmy Stickle. Baseline left, Dave Sandy shot over the glass and backboard. Lynn Murray tried to save it on the sideline and couldn't do it. So the ball comes over to Cardinal Mooney. They lead by 3 points at 12-9 with 1:32 to go in the first period. Stoops over the timeline to the top of the key. Bobby now holds and decides to pass off to Finnerty. Fake the shot, break for the wing, long jumper, good. Greg Finnerty with a long bomb. He's got 4. 14-9. Mooney out to the biggest lead of 5 points. On the baseline, long lob, too long for Dave Sandy. And the ball belongs to Cardinal Mooney. Matrosco against the pressure. Stood a little bit too tall for Dave Sandy. Turnover number 5 on the Redmen.
I wouldn't doubt if Coach Franco Wilson decides on a timeout shortly, Jack, even though the clock is running down. He might wait because the poise just simply isn't with Wilson right now.
Greg Finnerty had the ball banged out of bounds right in front of us by Tony Sandy. So Greg, the junior guard, will inbound right in front of us. Gets the ball from Howard Eckert and gets it into Stoops. Bobby, right sideline to Ken Lisco. Back to Stoops. Long jumper again. Front of the rim, no. Rebound, Lynn Murray took it away from teammate Jimmy Stickle. Mooney fired a lot of outside jumpers against Harding. They're trying the same offense against Wilson. Top of the circle, Matrosco. On the sideline, Tony Sandy. Back up to Matrosco, 35 to go in the period. Sandy traveled on the pass, took the step before the dribble. Marty Johnson with a traveling call. Turnover number 6 on Woodrow Wilson. That's a few more than they had in that opening period against Boardman. So they've got to settle down a little bit, but they're by no means out of this game. They trail only by 5. Mooney working it around the perimeter. They're probably going to work for the last shot. Stoops holding it outside to Finnerty. They play catch with 20 to go in the period. Now Lisco comes out to get a pass from Stoops. They are between the circles and the sideline. 15 to go in the period. Stoops calls out the play with 10 to go in the quarter. Stoops to the top of the circle. To Pelini, baseline Lisco up over Dave Sandy, good. Kenny Lisco with 4, that should do it for the period. Tony Sandy fires at the buzzer, no good, off to the right of the basket. That's the end of the first period here at the Struthers Field House. The score, the Mooney Cardinals 16, the Wilson Redmen 9.
The land and materials. Either that. Most of us are great procrastinators. We put off opening a savings account. Then, suddenly we encounter circumstances that remind us we need to save for such things as unexpected repair bills or the children nearing college age. Then, we finally get started with it and start storing away for the future. If you open your savings account at the Home Savings and Loan Company, you'll enjoy the highest dividends allowable by law with federal insurance. Your money will grow fast with quarterly compounded dividends, imputed daily, so you can withdraw at any time without losing a penny. You'll also like the professional, courteous people you're dealing with. Stop in soon at any of the Home's conveniently located offices. Open a fast-growing savings account and be financially prepared for the future.
Leading scorer in the first period, well, we had about 5 men with 4 points apiece, 4 Mooney players with 4, and Dave Sandy with 4. Mooney leads 16-9. Second quarter tap controlled by the Cardinals in the backcourt. Mooney was 47% on 7 of 15 in the first period. Wilson 4 of 11 for 37% as Lisco hits a long jumper to start the second quarter. 6 points for Kenny Lisco and a 9-point Mooney lead at 18-9. Matasco needs help in the backcourt. Now he finally gets it over the timeline. Left sideline, Dave Crawford, who's in the ballgame. His long jumper, no. Dave Sandy, the rebound. Going back into the lane. Stoops bangs the ball free. It comes to Pelini. Pelini now waits for Finnerty. Greg will get it over the timeline and hands it off to Bobby Stoops. Mooney still keeping Wilson from getting inside here defensively, and that's been the key to the ball game thus far. Left corner, Pelini over Dave Sandy, in and out. Rebound, volleyball around. It is still loose, and finally Jimmy Stickle comes up with it. Off to Dave Crawford, who sparked Wilson off the bench in the Boardman game. David with the basketball between the circles. In the lane to Stickle. Left wing to Sandy, to Crawford, to Matasco on the right corner. Back to Crawford, in the lane, Stickle. Out outside to Dave Sandy. His jumper, left-handed, is good. Dave Sandy with a 15-foot left-handed jumper has 6. Cuts the lead to 7 and 18-11. Bob Stoops, as they now got Lynn Murray out on the point defensively. Woodrow Wilson getting a bigger man out top. In the lane to Ritter. Back out Lisco. 18-footer, too strong. Rebound loose in the corner. Lisco trying to run it down. And they say that Jimmy Stickle banged it out of bounds as he and Lisco were fighting for the ball in the far corner. So that's where Cardinal Mooney will inbound. It was 6.5 to go in the first half. Comes into Stoops on the sideline. Bobby now dribbles it back out between the circles. In the lane is pass deflected by Murray. It comes free to Crawford. Crawford to Murray, to Matasco. Missed the shot. Rebound, Murray took it away, goes to the floor. The ball goes out of bounds. Also Bobby Stoops. And Cardinal Mooney wants time. 6:16 to go here in the first half. The score: the Mooney Cardinals 18, the Wilson Redmen 11.
So in a home savings and loan company savings account, your money earns 5.25% dividends. The top amount allowed for federally insured regular passbook savings. Dividends are computed daily and compounded quarterly. You never lose a penny on withdrawal. Isn't it time you opened a home savings account? You owe it to yourself and your family.
6:16 remaining here in the first half before an overflow crowd at the Struthers Field House. Cardinal Mooney led at the quarter, 16-9. Each team has added a basket since then. It is now 18-11. Cardinal Mooney. Wilson has the ball. Denny, it's been a case of Mooney's good outside shooting and Wilson not being able to penetrate the zone defense of Cardinal Mooney.
In your pregame, Jack, you had mentioned about the individual matchups and the similarities between the two teams. If you look at them at a team unit, there's a lot of mirror images as well. They both run 3-2. They both like to run. They both play stingy defense. And at this point, Mooney's getting the better of it.
Jimmy Stickle in the left corner. Back up top to Dave Crawford as Wilson tries to cut the margin to 5. Dave Sandy comes outside. Crawford now goes right side. Matasco in the lane. Stickles 10-foot turnaround. No. Rebound Mike Ritter for Cardinal Mooney. Up the floor to Finnerty. Greg holds. Now to the right corner to Ritter. Back out to Finnerty. He lost the handle. Ritter baseline jumper. No. Rebound. Stickle took it away from Lisco. Nice rebound by Jimmy Stickle. Off to Matasco to Dave Crawford. Crawford sideline left to Sandy. Sandy dribbles to the baseline. Cut off, goes back up to Crawford. High post, Stickle bounce to Sandy. Out to Crawford. Cross-court pass to Matasco. They work it back again, left side Sandy. Trying to work on Mike Ritter to the baseline to Murray in the corner. Back up top to Crawford. To Sandy on the sideline and again to Crawford as they work it outside on the perimeter. High post, Stickle back to Crawford. Back in the lane to Stickle. Back out Crawford. Couple of dribbles inside. Looking for Sandy. Up over Lisco. No. Sandy back up. No. Rebound outside. Comes free to Bob Stoops. Stoops now holds it up as Lynn Murray hits the deck. In the lane, Lisco. Up over Murray. No. Lisco again. No, but Murray got him for the foul. Lynn Murray picks up his second foul and only the second team foul on the Wilson Redmen. But it'll be 2 times for Kenny Lisco, who along with Dave Sandy lead the scoring. Both players with 6 points apiece.
Jack, in looking at this ballgame, I guess in retrospect, one would probably sit back and wonder just how much impact the crowd has. And I would sit back and probably say at this stage, neither team really is feeling the emotion. It's just that they know what's at stake. Wilson, of course, wondering about their past, whether or not 14 years has been a long enough wait. Of course, Cardinal Mooney with their first SBC crown would love to, advance out of here as a representative because of their, extremely good year.
Again, Lisco split the free throws. Down the floor, Dave Sandy with a jumper in the lane, good. 8-point Sandy leads all scorers, 19-13. Mooney on top by 6. Their biggest lead was 9 at 18-9. Stoops between the circle as Murray starts to come out farther and pressure Bobby outside. Bobby holds long lob into the left corner to Finnerty. Right back outside as Crawford puts a lot of pressure on him. Baseline, Pelini shot up off the front of the rim. No rebound, Jimmy Stickle. Stickle way up in the air to haul that one down for Wilson. 4.5 to go in the half. 19-13. Matowsko in the right corner. Cross-court pass to Dave Sandy. Top of the key, Crawford back in the right corner to Matowsko. Matowsko on the baseline to Murray. He goes around Lisco, and we've got a blocking foul on Kenny Lisco. Lisco hit the deck, but Howard Eckert said he stuck the leg out. That's why it went down on the contact. First foul on Lisco, third team foul. They'll inbound it to the right of the basket in the Wilson forecourt. They get it into Sandy up off the glass, good, and he was fouled by Lisco. They worked in the close pass inside to Dave Sandy. He put the shot up over Kenny Lisco, and Kenny quickly picks up 2 personal fouls. Sandy has 10 points in the game. He had 10 in the entire game against Boardman. Trying for the 3-point play, can cut the margin to 3. Long look for the young sophomore. He left-hands it up there, good. Jack, that should give you an idea of the importance of a guy like Matowsko to inbound the ball. He sees the open man, and there's a 3-point play. 19-16. Pass is kicked by Crawford. They let it go free because it came to Finnerty on the baseline. Sandy steals the ball away from Vince Pelini. And now Wilson slows it up. They can cut it to a single point with another hoop. Matowsko, sideline left. Back up to Crawford. Crawford to Matowsko on the sideline. Back out to Dave Crawford. Matowsko looking inside. Stickle turn around. Perfect. Jim Stickle with 4. And it is now 19-18. Wilson has outscored Mooney 9-3 in the period. Outside Stoops needs some help. Inside Ritter got around Stickle to the hoop. Yes. Good pass by Bobby Stoops to Mike Ritter. 21-18 Cardinal Mooney. Dave Crawford with a behind-the-back dribble. Gets it out of trouble off to Matowsko. Into Crawford down the lane. Lost the handle on the ball. Murray comes up with it. Thrown away 10-footer, no. Rebound, Sandy, yes. Dave Sandy with 13. 21-20 Cardinal Mooney. The Wilson fans going crazy. 3 minutes to go in the half. Pass on the baseline, knocked out of bounds by Jimmy Stickle. Jack, I keep looking at Wilson. That Cinderella tag is going to stick with him, and I don't think they minded one bit. Dave Sandy, who's having a whale of a game, keeps beckoning the crowd to keep up the cheering. Inbound to Stoops. He fires the long jumper, no. Rebound, Lynn Murray for Wilson. Wilson can take the lead for the first time in the ball game. The Cardinals have dropped down to a 2-3 zone now to try and shut off the inside work. Crawford to Sandy on the right sideline. Now they go left side to Matowsko in the lane. Stickle underneath Murray. Lost the handle on the ball. Put it up and in. Lynn Murray with 5. And Wilson leads for the first time, 22-21. Mike Savina going to come in the ball game for Mooney. Bobby Stoops, long jumper, no. Rebound, Dave Sandy for Wilson. Off to Crawford. When Dave Crawford came into the lineup, that has made the difference for Wilson. To Sandy, into the corner. He loses the ball as Greg Finnerty with the steal. 2-on-3 break. Finnerty will fire it up. No. Finnerty hit the upright. A tough break for Cardinal Mooney. Finnerty's jumper went off the iron. And Vince Pelini was wide open for the rebound, but it hit the backboard sander that holds up the backboard. And once it does that, it's a dead ball. So the ball comes back on the dead ball turnover to Wilson. They lead by a point with 2 minutes to go in the half, and Harvey Satterwhite's going to come in the ball game. Savina is in, replacing Ken Lisco. Murray on the baseline. Fires out to Stickle. His jumper, no. Rebound. We got a whistle and a foul on Lynn Murray underneath. And Lynn just picked up his third personal foul. And for Dick Franco, that was about 2 seconds too late because Harvey Satterwhite was coming in for Lynn. But he picked up an unfortunately Crucial third foul here with 1:48 to go in the first half. Got some stuff out onto the floor. Let's hope somebody doesn't step on it. Try and get the officials' attention. Again, we've got some idiots throwing stuff on the floor. In the lane to Ritter. Fake cutter right here, puts it up and it rolled around the rim and in. Mike Ritter with a move in the lane puts Cardinal Mooney back on top by a point, 23-22. Sickle on the left sideline, back out to Matosco. Nicky holding, right side to Crawford. Into the right baseline to Dave Sandy, to Crawford. Crawford going inside for the running gun, no. Ritter the rebound. Off to Bob Stoops. Stoops down to the top of the key, wide open, 16-footer, no. Rebound to Little Crawford. Dave Crawford down the floor to Sickle. Sickle to the left baseline, out to Matosco. 1 minute to go in the half. Sickle from the corner, yes! Jimmy Sickle with 6. Wilson back on top by a point, 24-23. What a first half here, brought to you by Home Savings and Loan. Greg Finnerty and Stoops to the pass to Ritter, reverse layup, no. Scavino follows you. Mike Scavino with a great follow-up puts Mooney back on top by a point, 25-24. Matosco tied up by Stoops, ball loose on the floor. Crawford travels. And boy, that's let me try and reconstruct that for you. Bobby Stoops tried to get the charging call. He fell down. Nick Matosco fell down. The ball came loose. Greg Finnerty tried to pick it up. Dave Crawford got it, but rolled on the ground with the ball for the traveling violation. Mooney will work for the last shot with 20 to go in the half, leading by a point, 25-24. Stoops out front against the 3-2. Crawford tries for the steal. 12 seconds to go in the half. Stoops looking for somebody to pass it to Scavino. 8 seconds to go. Stoops cutting off by Sickle in the lane to Ritter. Goes up in the air, no, but he was fouled by Dave Sandy. Sandy is called for his first and the team's fourth. It'll be out of bounds with 5 seconds to go in the half. It'll be an inbound play to the right of the basket with 5 seconds left. Mooney leads by a point, 25-24. Out to Stoops. He fires cross court to Finnerty. His 12-footer, no. That's the end of the first half. Excitement, pressure, emotion, tension, bedlam at the Struthers Field House. The score at halftime, the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals 25, the Wilson Fighting Redmen 24.
The desire to own your own home is universal. Some lucky folks are so handy they build their own, and they save a lot of money. Most of us have to hire the skilled labor and pay for the land and materials. Either that or buy a house already built. Any way you do it, it's a major investment. That's where the Home Savings and Loan Company comes in. More people borrow the money from Home Savings for home buying and for home improvements than from any other financial institution in this area. They like dealing with home savings, and they like the way the home's loan experts set up the loan to fit their personal requirements. You will too. Stop in at any of our conveniently located offices. The Home is an equal housing lender.
What a first half here at the Struthers Field House. Crowd appears drained already. We've got 16 more minutes of basketball to go here. As we have mentioned, it is an overflow crowd here at the Struthers Field House. Easily better than 3,500 fans on tap tonight to watch this basketball game, a renewal of a great rivalry between a couple of schools on the south side of Youngstown, not more than a couple blocks apart. They have not faced each other since 1973, and it has been a renewal tonight that has got this entire crowd buzzing. Cardinal Mooney took the lead at 2-0, scored another basket to make it 4-0. Wilson with a hoop, and then Mooney got out to a 6-2 lead. Wilson then came back with a couple of baskets and tied it at 6-2. We maintained a relatively close lead until Mooney then ran off a string of points and opened up their biggest lead of the first quarter at 16-9, and that was the first period score, 16-9. In the quarter, Mooney was 7 of 15 from the floor for 47%. Wilson was 4 of 11 from the floor for 36%. Mooney hit the first basket of the second quarter to take the lead 18-9, but then, which was their biggest lead of the half for any team, But then Wilson, with a great spurt, ran off 13-2 over Cardinal Mooney and took the lead at 22-21. We then traded baskets 3 times, Mooney assuming control at 25-24 late in the second quarter, and that indeed is our halftime count at 25-24. Second quarter shooting picked up very well for Wilson, while Mooney dropped off considerably. Both of them attempted 16 shots in the second quarter. Wilson converted on 7 of them for 44%. Mooney had some problem shooting, only 4 of 16 in the second quarter for 25%. We'll get halftime shooting, individual scoring, and the rest of our first half statistics right after this timeout.
And one of the best places in the area to save on a new car is at